Start a little body scan, starting at your toes, allowing it to travel to your feet and to your ankles, to your legs, to your hips, to your pelvic bowl, your low belly, your low back, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your mid back, all the way down your arms, through your elbows, through your forearms, wrists, and fingers. Traveling back up into your collarbones, your throat, and the backside of your neck. Drawing the awareness into your face, into your jaw, into the muscles around your eyes. Passing for a moment at that third eye space and drawing all the way to the very crown of your head, the highest point on your body. And just take a big breath in, fill up. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. And allow yourself to release anything in your body, holding tension, expectations, at least for the 60 minutes, maybe even for the rest of the day. See what you can soften. Allow your awareness to come back from your body, back into your breath. Awareness of your natural spontaneous breath. An option here to shift to a breath practice for your vinyasa today. Pretty regular practice would be the Ujjayi Pranayama or victorious breath, which will be a nice, easy inhale through your nose, filling up your belly. Exhale through your nose, constrict the muscles at the back of your throat, as if you're fogging up the glass on the mirror. Taking this breath will contain some heat inside your body, keep you focused on that breath to movement practice because you can hear your breath. And if at any time it gets too hot, an open mouth exhale will be a perfect way to cool down. Option here to also set an intention for class. An intention to carry you through the tough parts, the sticky parts, the fun parts, maybe the weirdly emotional parts when you want to cry, but you're not really sure. That happens to me a lot in yoga. I also pulled the spiritual as fuck card for class, which is kind of my teacher's theme, I guess you could say. It says, if you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. And it goes on to say, check your thoughts with this simple test. When you catch yourself being a jerk, respond the way you would if someone was saying that shit to your BFF. A simple bitch please usually does the trick. To say today, say as many bitch pleases to yourself as you need to shut your jerk down. So maybe we talk a little bit sweeter and nicer to ourselves during class today. Take another big breath in through your nose, fill up your belly. Big open mouth exhale. Set yourself up for practice. And wherever you are starting your practice in today, slowly make your way to child's pose. If you're seated, if you're on your back, just be gentle, roll to the side. Just taking your time, only moving when you know you're ready. And once you're ready, bring your big toes to touch. Send your knees as wide as feels comfortable, usually the outside edges of your mat. Take your hands, walk them up towards the upper edge of your mat and rest your forehead down. Options here would be child's pose on a bolster, maybe taking a block, placing it underneath your forehead, letting some space come to the back of your neck, bringing up the ground to meet you. But just allow your hips to melt towards your heels. Forehead is heavy, neck and shoulders are releasing, fingers are wide. Breath pattern is rolling. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose with or without that constriction. Gently rock your forehead from side to side, gently massaging your forehead and your third eye. Softening those muscles in the face. From child's pose, take a big breath in, fill up your belly. Big breath out, press into your palms, press into your full hands, press your hips towards your heels, long low back. Exhale. Good. Draw your palms underneath your shoulders, press yourself up, and then gently come forward onto your belly. So your legs go long, gently lower your belly, your chest, your chin, your shoulders down to the mat. Gaze is underneath you. Press into the tops of your feet, press into your thighs, press into your belly and your hips. Take a big inhale, gently lift your chin off the mat. Gaze below you, long neck, cobra pose. Exhale, release, chin back to mat. Just starting with some little back work. Inhale, lift that chin. Maybe it grows a little bit bigger. Elbows are drawing down towards your hips. Exhale, slowly release. Good. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Any amount of height here, you guys. If you're feeling like just the gentle chin off the mat, stay right there. If you're wanting to, lifting up, little to no weight in those hands. All back muscle work. Exhale, lower. Good. Match this movement to your breath, your movement. Inhale with the lift. Press into the belly. Make sure that low back is not talking back. Exhale, release down. Good. And then final one. Inhale, lift up. Hold right there. Press into your belly. Press into the hips. Press into the tops of the legs. Lift your arms up. Airplane them behind you. So extend your arms down to reach towards your toes. Palms down, thumbs out. Shoulder blades wrap together underneath you or above you, wrap together around you. Take a big breath in, lift up just a little bit higher. Good. Exhale, slowly release your right cheek to the mat. Bend at your knees, heels towards your glutes, and then windshield wiper your shins from side to side, just to let that low back release. Good. I think I might be having a little internet connection problem, so I will keep an eye on that. And if anytime they become really bad, just wave me down, okay? All right, so flip to the opposite cheek. Keep windshield wipering those shins. Good. And then stop. Find some stillness. Bring your chin back to center. Release your legs long. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, press yourself up. Come to tabletop pose. So knees underneath hips, palms underneath shoulders. Perfect. Fingers are going to be really wide, like almost go a little bit excessive with it. But obviously, if your fingers or your hands feed back, like don't go as excessive, but really wide fingers, lots of space between the digits, shoulders over your wrists, soften your elbows, and then start to make big circles with your shoulders over your wrists. And then while you're doing this, think about pressing into your full hand, maybe even thinking about pressing into your thumb and pointer finger. And that'll help you feel a little less pain or pinching in the heel of the hand and the wrist of the hand. Good. Change that direction. Keep the elbows soft. Good. And then come to find stillness. Take your fingers, point them to the outside long edges of your mat. Fingers are still nice and wide. Elbows are soft. Good. And then big circles around your fingers pointing to the outside edges. Just getting wrists warmed up for a little arm balance work is always important and easily to forget about. Changing the directions when it feels good. Good. And then come to find stillness. Take your fingers, point them back towards your knees. Maybe walk your knees in a little bit. If this feels like too much, again, soften your elbows. Let the heel of your hand pop off the mat a little bit. And then we're just going to do the same thing. Small circles around the wrists with the fingers pointing back towards us. If at any time it becomes too much pressure in that front side of the wrist or the back side of the wrist, walk your knees in, heels of the hand up a little bit. Good. And take one more circle around, come to find some stillness. And now walk your fingertips in, flip to the tops of the hand, walk your fingertips in to face one another. Your palms are facing up towards you. Good. Elbows are soft. Think about pointing your elbow pits forward and your elbow points back towards your thighs. And again, soften right there. Take a big inhale, fingertips are really wide. As you exhale, make really big fists. So kind of bring your fingertips into your palms. Might feel a little bit of sensation on the front side of your wrist, a little stretch. Take another big inhale, open your fingers really wide. Exhale, close into fists. Always reminds me of Bear Claw from Friends when Phoebe's trying to teach the guitar. I don't know if that's a good reference. Inhale, open. Exhale, close, stretch out the front side of that wrist. Good. And then come to a neutral tabletop again. Fingertips forward, maybe slightly pointing out towards the upper hand corners of your mat. Good. And then one final wrist stretch. What you're going to do is you're going to inhale, lift the heel of your hand onto that first knuckle of your fingers. So lifting up, exhale, lower heel and entire hand down. Right? So inhale, lift the heel up, bending into that first knuckle. Exhale, lower full palm down. Good. Let's do 3 more of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Final one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Perfect. And then come to sit back onto your heels. You can either sit on the tops of your feet, or if you're looking for a little bottom of the foot stretch, you can sit on your toes and then just make sure the pinky toe is in there. Whichever version you choose, just go ahead and start flipping out your hands as if you have water on them. Just kind of taking that stretch, that tension out of all of those wrist bones. Yeah. Kind of flap them front to back. Yeah. And then away from you. Perfect. And then coming into just a nice, easy little side stretch. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers. And then leave your pointer finger and thumb out, kind of like a little gun mudra. Take a big inhale. Bring your top of your ribs and the bottom of your hips together, or tops of your hips together. Good. Exhale over to the right side. Good. Option up. Press your opposite hip down so your left hip is pressing down. Good. Take an inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Press down into that right hip. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Maybe look up and gaze up. Inhale, come back to center. Final side. Exhale to the left. Look up, gaze up. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, come forward, come back through tabletop. But this time, take your left hand, put it right underneath your face. Inhale, reach your right fingertips up overhead. Look up, roll that wrist out a little bit. Make a big circle with your shoulder going forward or going in one direction. Yes. And then going in the opposite direction. Good. Inhale, reach back up, look up. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm comes underneath your left arm. Release your right shoulder, right cheek, right side of the head into the mat. Gently press into your left palm in front of your face. Gently stack your left shoulder over your right. Beautiful. Keeping it easy. Options just to stay right here in classic thread the needle. Option to step your left leg out long. Turn towards the camera if you guys need. So regular thread the needle, right? Step that left leg out long, left toes point forward. Little stretch to the back of the leg, soften that knee. Option to bind by taking the left hand up towards the ceiling, back behind you towards the right hip crease. Just helps you open and stack, find more space, stacking that left shoulder over the right. Take a big breath in whatever variation you are in. Stay for that nice, luxurious, long exhale. Gently walk your leg and release the bind if you've chosen it. Left hand comes back in front of your face. Press into it. Inhale, sweep your right arm back up towards the ceiling. Roll the wrist out. Exhale, plant your hand next to your left hand. Plant your right hand next to your left. Inhale, come up for cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Tailbone lifts as well. Good. Exhale, cat pose. Really press up, lift the dome, lift the backside of your back up to the ceiling, gaze to your thighs. Good. Come back to that neutral spine. This time, right hand comes underneath your face. Inhale, sweep your left arm up overhead. Roll your wrist out. Big arm circles going in one direction. And then the opposite direction. Good. And then reach up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm comes underneath right. Left shoulder, left cheek, left side of the head melts into the mat. Right arm in front of you gently presses into the mat. Right shoulder stacks over left. Good. Option here to take the same variation you did on the other side. Option to take something different. Again, walking your right leg out long, toes point up towards the front of the mat. Option to add the bind, lifting your right arm up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow, reach for that left hip crease. Or if the bind isn't your jam, taking hand on top of hand, interlace the fingers and press the right arm into the left arm and press away. Get a little bit more of a back stretch. Good. Take a big breath in wherever you've chosen to settle. Nice exhale. Stay right here. Good. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back to that nice thread the needle, classic thread the needle. Right arm back in front of your face, right leg back underneath you. Press into your right arm. Inhale, lift up, left arm reaches. Exhale, replace the left hand. All right, so we're going to get into our first little kind of crow dedicated practice. So this is where your blocks are going to come in handy. What you'll want to do, I'll show you from the side first, is take these blocks. I like to use the blocks because my arms are really short, so I can't really press my hands into the ground and get a lot of lift. So this just helps me get off the ground a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is bring my blocks next to my thighs, a little bit behind my knees, place my hands, fingers really wide on my blocks. Take a big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, lift, thinking about tucking your knees into your chest and then lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. I am pressing a little bit into my toes, but the aim, right, would be that our toes would be lifted off of this mat. If I lift my toes off the mat, ooh, I fall pretty heavy into the mat. But this is where we're thinking of that cat back feeling, right? Pressing into the mat, doming and lifting our shoulders, drawing abs to the center of our belly, to the back of our body, lifting and pressing into the toes. That's an option with your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can still press your hands to the side. We'll turn this way now, to the side of you, right? Lifting up. If you don't like that, you can take your fists, press them into the mat as well. Lift those knees up, right? Exhale, lower. So what we're going to do, we're just going to do 5 pulls of this, right? So with or without blocks, getting into that activation of cat backing and pulling the core and the ribs to the back of the body. So hands come to place to the sides of your thighs. My gaze is about right in front of my knees, maybe a little bit forward, but I think pretty close in front of your knees is going to be best. Hands to the blocks, gaze pretty much right in front of those knees. Inhale, exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, lower with that control. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. I kind of lost count, but exhale, lower. We're going to do just one more. So inhale, lift. Draw those knees up. Press your shoulders to the ceiling. Hold for 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly lower down. Whew. Just a few little nuggets of fun that we're going to do throughout class. All right, blocks to the side, and then come in to find your high plank. Palms underneath your shoulders, heels over the balls of your feet. Belly and shoulders are kind of pressing up to the ceiling. Yes, so once you find that high plank, take a big breath in. Exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Take a big breath in, big bend in the knees, pedal out the heels, taking what movements you like to take in your first down dog of class or the day. I definitely like to pedal out my heels, keep my knees bent. Checking in with alignment, feet are about hip width distance, knees have the bend, hips draw up towards the ceiling and back towards the wall behind you. Good. Shoulders are soft. Press into the full palm, all of your fingers, gentle bend in your elbows. Pressing into the palms, press your shoulders and your chest towards your thighs. Take a big breath in, downward facing dog. Big breath out. Good. Very gently start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Taking as many little steps as you need with your hands until you arrive into a nice little ragdoll. So maybe heel toe your feet out to the outside edges of your mat. Bend those knees. Crown of your head hangs heavy. Gaze through your legs. Options to sway side to side. Option to grab for opposite elbow, opposite hand. Or maybe we want a little shoulder opener. Interlacing your fingers behind your low back. Taking a little inhale, finding a halfway lift. And then exhale, releasing, folding forward, allowing your interlaced fingers to fold forward. Whichever variation you like here, go ahead and take it. Take a few breaths. Find stillness or gentle rocking. Make sure to check in to shake your head yes and shake your head no. Releasing that neck. Good. Come to release whatever hand bind or variation you have there. And then gently walk yourself back out to a high plank. And then we're going to roll through a little chaturanga option, okay, you guys? If you don't fuck with chaturangas, just send your hips up and back and come to find down dog or child's pose. If you're going to want to transition through class today, you're going to inhale, shift forward, press through your toes. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. I prefer going all the way to my belly. Inhale, lift for cobra, like we did earlier in class, or up dog by pressing through your hands and lifting the front side of your body off the mat. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Good. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Chaturangas and transitions are always going to be on you guys. I'll cue them, but I'm not always going to be doing them. Okay, guys? So let's do it one more time. Inhale, shift forward, high plank, or option to come down to those knees, press into the tops of your feet. Shift forward, exhale, lower, halfway or all the way. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Yes. All right, let's get into the flow, you guys. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, reach your right heel high, three-legged down dog. Drop your right hip in line with your left. Flex your right foot. Right toes are down, right heel is up. Press evenly into both palms. Shoulders are squared. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, bring your right foot to step to the outside of your right hand. Drop to your left knee, coming into a little runner's lunge. Option to keep your toe tucked and that left leg lifted if you want a little bit more active stretch. Just make sure to protect that low back. If you want a little bit more hip opening, drop that left knee. Allow your hips to fall forward. Always an option. I love having blocks for this, bringing them under my palms or my forearms. But for a moment, instead of letting the right knee fall out, think about keeping the right knee pressed into your right shoulder. I'll turn towards the camera. So like you guys, sometimes it's nice to fall open to that pinky edge. Just keep that right knee glued. Give it a big inhale, lift, and kind of emulate a cat back, right? Press your shoulders up towards the ceiling. Little cat back here, a little bit of a crow pose feeling. Knee towards the back of your tricep, doming the back. Good. Take another big inhale, stay in activation. Exhale, release. Option to allow the foot to come off the mat, roll to the pinky edge. Maybe your right hand even comes to your knee, adding a little twist, a little bit more of a deep hip opener. And if you like to fuck around with bending your left knee and coming into another little bind, you can always do that. Sometimes I feel like this is a little intense for me at the beginning of class. So listen to your body. And props for a strap or a towel can go around your foot, whatever feels good here. But arrive, check in with your bottom left hand, not locking out your elbow or dumping everything into your wrist. Take another big inhale wherever you've shown up. Exhale, come back to center. If you have blocks in front of you, move them out of the way. Heel toe your right foot to the center mat. Hands frame the foot. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, send your hips back, half splits. And then first coming into stillness here, hips fall back towards your heels. Always an option to have some blocks here. I like having them towards the front of my feet. Some people like to have them under their shoulders, a little bit more support. But take a big breath in, flex your toes towards your face, soften that right knee, press your right hip towards the right side of the mat. Ooh, maybe feel like a little bit more stretch in those hamstrings. Take an inhale, pull your chest forward as if you're coming into like a cow pose a little bit. And then exhale, fold just a little bit more over that leg. Adding in some movement. Inhale, come back into that little low lunge. Little gaze up. Exhale, send your hips back, half splits. Flex the foot. Inhale, forward, low lunge. Exhale, send your hips back, half splits. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward, come into that low lunge. Take your left hand, place it to the inside of your right foot, and then very gently heel toe this right foot back or lift it up. Come into that half supported side plank. Left arm, left knee are underneath you, supporting you, lifting you up. Beautiful. Right foot can reach long down the mat to support you, or it can lift up off of the mat. Right fingertips reach up. Yes, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Stay right here. Good. Option to layer on. Take another inhale, reach. Exhale, bring your elbow, right knee to tap over you. Good. Yes, there you go. Inhale, reach long, arm away, kick away. Exhale, elbow to knee, tap in front of you. A little crunchy there. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap and hold. Good. Take a big breath here. Exhale, come to plant your right hand back down next to your left. Square your hips back down. Keep your right leg still extended. Yes, tuck your left toes. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press yourself up and back, three-legged down dog. Beautiful. Yes, hard transition to press up. Drop that right leg back down, downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Yes. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged. Drop your left hip in line with your right. Left toes point down, left heel points up. Even into both palms, press into both shoulders. Another big inhale here. Exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Option to keep it active and keep your right knee lifted if you want. Option to lower. As always, option to bring props or blocks underneath those arms to bring the ground up to meet you. And then for just a moment, keep that left knee pressed into the left, what is that? Tricep. There we go. Stumbling over my body parts today. Press your left knee into your left tricep. Press the mat away from you. Dome your back a little bit into that cat pose. Feel that activation of pressing your leg into your arm, doming your back and shoulders up. Good. Taking one more breath in. Exhale, release, fall into your runner's lunge here. Allow your hips to go soft, your left knee to fall out, maybe the sole of your left foot to lift up. And again, to mirror either the opposite side like you did, if you like staying even, or doing something different. Maybe you're just going to come down to your forearms. Maybe you even try to come down a little lower. Maybe you get into that bend just like the other side, bending, twisting over your left leg, bend your right knee, look around for your right foot. Take a big breath in. Bring that awareness back to your mind, back to your body, back to your breath. Make sure you're talking kindly to yourself. Make sure you're picking what's a hell yes. Take one more big breath wherever you are, runner's lunge. Exhale, slowly release with control the bind. Bring both hands back in front of you. Move the blocks off the mat from in front of you. Heel toe your left foot to the center mat. Frame your left foot with your hands. Take a big breath in, pull your chest forward. And then exhale, press your hips back, come into half splits. So hips are pressed towards your heels. I like to tuck my back toe. Left foot is flexed towards my face. Soft bend in your knee. Fingertips can be forward. They can be behind you, whatever feels like it gives you the best balance. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Press your left hip over to the left side of the mat. Good. Adding in a little bit of movement. Inhale, walk yourself forward, coming into that low lunge. Lift up, look up just a little bit. Exhale, send your hips back, half split. Good. Good. Inhale, come back up, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Good. Inhale, last one. Low lunge. Exhale, come back to that half split. Good. Inhale, come forward. Take your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Come into that side plank. Option, heel toe your left foot in front of you. Option to lift it up. Place it long down your mat. Left arm is lifted up. Right arm is underneath you. Soft right elbow. Right knee is underneath you. Good. Option to layer on by lifting that left leg. Flex your foot. Take a big inhale, reach your arm ahead of you, reach your leg below you. Exhale, tap elbow to knee in front of you. Inhale, lengthen, whoa, and reach. I cannot balance. Exhale, elbow to knee and tap. Good. Last one. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee tap. Hold. Give one big inhale here. As you exhale, replant your left hand next to your right. Re-square your hips down, left leg is extended. Option to press back into that three-legged down dog, or drop your left knee down and press to that down dog, or left leg is extended, right toe is tucked. Take an inhale. Exhale, press back, three-legged down dog. Good. Wherever you are, pedal out the heels. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Let's add on. Inhale, look forward to see your hands. Exhale, travel. Take as many steps or hop or jump to the front of your mat. Coming into that forward fold. Good. Take an inhale, come to a halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Maybe fingertips are tented on the mat. Sternum parallel to the mat below you. Nice long spine, chin in towards your throat, lengthen the back of the neck. Good. Exhale, release, forward fold. Crown is heavy, gaze to your shins. Take a moment here, reconnect to your breath. On the inhale, slowly rise. Coming to mountain pose. Arms stay down along your sides. Good. Feeling into our nice firm feet on the ground. Lift up all of your toes. Spread them really, really, really wide. Feel where the connection is, where your toes aren't on the mat. And then place them back down on the ground. Good. Take another inhale. Reach your arms up overhead. Put the weight in the right foot. And then inhale, slowly sweep this left leg or this left knee up in line with your left hip. So a one-legged upward salute. Always an option to bring a block in underneath that big toe on the lifted foot. Have a little stability there. If you're lifted, see if you can't flex that foot. Good. Find stability in your standing foot. Press into your big toe on your standing foot. One more big inhale. Exhale, figure four. Left leg over your right leg. Option just to stay right here. Figure forward, standing. Option to add the chair in, setting your hips back. Biceps can stay by ears, or hands can come to heart center. Woo. Oh. Core is engaged. Back muscles are engaged. Your whole spine is nice and long. Take one breath here in whatever depth four-legged chair pose you got, or four-figure four chair pose you got. Good. Inhale, sweep back up. Come into that one-legged upward salute. You can do this. Big breath in. As you exhale, step that left leg, or your left leg long behind you, coming into a high lunge, or dropping down to that left knee for a supported high lunge. Yes, it is freaking tricky. I'm eating shit left and right up here, I feel. So coming into this high lunge, take a big breath in. Big breath out wherever you want to be. Dropping to that knee. Perfect. Backing off that front 90-degree bend. That's perfect too. Check in with your hip neutrality. So everyone has a different hip neutrality, right? So someone's beautiful booty pop out is natural for someone. So just play around with how much you need to tuck your hips down, tilt your booty up, find your perfect neutral spot. Come to that stillness, take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane your arms, bring your chest forward, lay your belly to your thigh. Arms are back like before, palms down, thumbs out. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, sweep back up, come into high lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. Drop your back left heel, back toes point to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Right toes forward. Good. Right arm forward, left arm back. Bring your shoulders behind you. Nice long spine. If you feel like you're reaching forward, draw your shoulders over your hips. Good. Lift up your toes. Make sure you're not gripping the fuck out of the mat. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, reverse your triangle. So inhale, reach your right arm up, left arm falls down, your left thigh. Extend your right leg, but keep your right knee soft. Good. Take another inhale. Stay for your exhale, space between your right hip, your right shoulder, and your right ear. Good. Exhale, come back into that warrior two. Take a moment. Inhale, reach back up, come into that high lunge. Sweep your left arm forward, biceps by ears. Beautiful transitions. Take another inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms. Put that weight into your right leg. Good. Inhale, come back up for that high lunge. And then as you exhale, come to step your left foot back forward. Or maybe you take a couple little steps on your big toe to come back to the front of your mat. Bring your left leg with you. One-legged upward salute. Press into your big toe on your right foot. Good. Exhale, plant your foot. Swan dive down, fold forward, bend your knees, fold over your waist. Crown of your head hangs heavy. Good. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Your option, run through a vinyasa or meet us in down dog, whatever your poison is today. Take your time, listen to your body. Take only the movements you want to take. Once you arrive to down dog, take a big breath in. Woo, big breath out. Next side, we got this. Inhale, look to see your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Take as many steps or hop. Forward fold, exhale. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins or planted in front of you. Exhale, release, fold forward, crown of your head, heavy hang. Good. Inhale, reach up. Or yeah, come up to upward salute right away. So reach those arms up overhead. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Contract your belly in an effort to be strong, not skinny. Good. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Here we are. Inhale, reach your right heel or reach your right knee up in line with your right hip. Again, you can bring that block underneath your toe. Help with that stability, that balance. Ooh, if you want, flex that foot, press into the big toe on your standing foot. Hell yeah. Add on with the figure four. So right ankle over left knee. Option to just stay right there standing. Option to set those hips back. Figure four, stretching that hip. Biceps can stay up by ears. Hands can come to heart center. Take another big inhale. You got this. Big exhale. Good. Inhale, come to reach, stand back up, one-legged upward salute. As you exhale, long step back with that right foot to high lunge on the toes or high lunge on the knee. Take a big breath in, find your stability. Yes, biceps can stay up, hands can come to heart center. Honor what your shoulders are asking for. Check in with your toes. I don't know what it is, but I always grip the hell out of my mat. So lift them up, spread them, put them down softly. Good. Find your neutrality in your hips on this side. Bend your right knee. Play with where that hip needs to live. Good. Take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane your arms, shift forward slightly, put a little bit more weight in this left foot. Palms down, thumbs out. Good. Inhale, reach back up, high lunge. Exhale, airplane your arms, hinge forward. Yes. Inhale, come back up, high lunge. Exhale, drop down, warrior two. Arms to a T, right heel down. Yes. Left arm forward, right arm back. Yes. Big inhale. Big exhale. Make sure you are where you exactly want to be. Make it feel good. Make this fit your body. Take another big inhale. Exhale, settle in, ground down, press into those feet. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle. Extend your left leg, lift your left fingertips up, right fingertips down. Space between hip, shoulder, ear. Big inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reach up and prepare. Exhale, come into that warrior two. Take a breath here. Stay for that exhale. Good. Inhale, come back. Whoa, come back forward into that high lunge. So pivot on that back toe. Square forward again. Biceps can stay by ears or maybe even hands to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Feel that weight in the left foot. Maybe step your back toes in just a little bit. Inhale, come back up into high lunge. And then exhale, come to step forward again. Bring that right, oh my gosh, right leg with you. Taking your time. One-legged upward salute. Take a big breath in when you arrive. Woo! Exhale, replant your right foot. Swan dive forward, bend at your knees, hinge at your waist. Forward fold. Good. Plant your hands, step it back, come into your high plank. Decide, transition with your vinyasa or send yourself back downward facing dog or child's pose. Your choice. Move the way you want to move. Take a big breath in. Whew. And a big breath out. Hell yes. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. We are going to flow that and add on a little bit. You guys got this. Knowing to take your breaks when you need them and honor your body always. Take another big breath to prepare. Big breath out. You got this. Inhale, look forward to see your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up, come to that upward salute. And then inhale, bring your left knee with you. One-legged upward salute. Take a big breath here. Exhale, come to that figure four if it's in your practice today. If it's in your flow, set your hips back. Take one breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, come to stand back up. Woo, one-legged. Exhale, long controlled step back with that left foot. Good, high lunge. Take a big breath in, right foot forward. Exhale, airplane your arms. Belly to thigh. Inhale, reach back up, high lunge. Exhale, drop down to warrior two. Back heel down, arms at a T. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Extend your right leg, right fingertips up, left fingertips down. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Inhale, come up to that high lunge. Holy moly. Exhale, airplane your arms. Step your left toes in a little bit. Load up your right leg. Inhale, come back to that high lunge. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. One-legged upward salute, left knee up. Good. Exhale, coming into eagle pose. Cross your left knee over your right. Bend into your right knee a little bit. Yep. Option. Whew. Bring your right or your left arm under your right, eagle arm up, or just grab for opposite shoulders. Hell yes. You got this. Big breath in. Big breath out. Adding sleeping eagle onto this. Inhale, lengthen, tall spine. Exhale, draw your elbows towards your knees. Whoa, round around, round over. You can do this. Your toes can come down to kickstand. Inhale, come back up to eagle pose. Good. Exhale, unravel. Fold forward, swan dive. Take a moment here just to release your neck. Take a big breath in, forward fold. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank. Option to roll through your chaturanga or meet us in down dog. Whatever you choose, your choice. Take a big breath in, big breath out. You got this. Another big breath in. Big breath out. Come to find that breath again. Control that heart rate. You got this. Next side. Inhale, look to see your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Fold forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, come up to upward salute. Sweep your arms up overhead. Once you feel ready, bring that right knee with you. Flex your foot. Take a big breath in. Exhale, option to add on figure four, right ankle over left knee. Option to stay standing, set your hips back. Take a big breath here. Stay for your exhale. You got this. Inhale, reach back up, one-legged salute, right knee with right hip. Exhale, long step back with the right leg. Good. High lunge, left knee forward. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Airplane your arms, hinge forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come to your warrior two, arms at a T. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Inhale, reverse triangle, left leg long, left fingertips up, right fingertips down. Exhale, come back to that warrior two. Good. Inhale, pivot on the back toe, come up to high lunge. Exhale, airplane your arms. Load up that left leg, walk your back toes in a little. Inhale, come back up to high lunge. Exhale, step to the front of your mat. Inhale to come to stand. Eagle on this side, right knee over left, set down. Option to have those toes to the side, as a kickstand. Bring your right arm underneath your left this time, eagle wrap around. Maybe you just grab for opposite shoulders. You know where we're going this time. Sneaky sleeping eagle, take a big breath in, find your balance, find your drishti or your point of your gaze. Take a big breath in. Exhale, curl around, elbows to knees. Hell yeah, you got this. Inhale, open back up slowly. Unravel. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Whew. Take a breath here. Shake your head yes. Nod your head no. Good. Inhale, exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank. Again, option to take your transition, option to meet us in down dog or child's pose. Hips up and back, take your breath. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, last flow, both sides. Then we crow, and then we melt into a pile of mush on our floor for Shavasana. Okay, you guys, we're gonna do this. Take a big breath in. Big motherfucking breath out. You're a bad bitch. Let's do this. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, come up to upward salute. Once you're ready, bring that left knee with you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, sit down for that figure four, left ankle over right knee. Take a big breath here. Big breath out. Inhale, come back up, one-legged salute. Exhale, long step back with that left leg. Right knee forward, left leg back. Take a big inhale, high lunge. Exhale, exhale, airplane forward. Inhale, come back up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. You got this. Take a big breath in. Big breath out, ground down. Inhale, reach up, reverse triangle, right leg long. Exhale, come back through warrior two. Inhale, pivot on back toes, high lunge, arms up. Exhale, airplane your arms, load up your right leg, walk your back left toes in a little bit. Inhale, come up to that little high lunge. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, come up to that one-legged upward salute. Exhale into eagle, bend at your right knee, left knee over right. Option to kick toe, double wrap to the back of your calf. Option, left arm under right, eagle arms, or grab for your opposite shoulders. Holy moly, you got this. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, round around, sleeping eagle. If you fall out, it's totally normal. Inhale, come back in. We're gonna do one more. Exhale, sleeping eagle, round around. Holy shit. Inhale, up, unravel, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, step it back, come into high plank. Option for transition, chaturanga or meet us in down dog. You choose. Take a big breath in. Big fucking breath out. Find that stillness. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Get the breath, get the heart rate. Mine's going bonkers. Last side, last little bit of work before play. Take an inhale to prepare. Open mouth, exhale out. Inhale, look forward to see your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, fingertips to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, upward salute. Exhale, bring that right knee with you. Take a big breath in, reach. Big breath out, figure four, right ankle over left knee. Set it down. Take a breath here wherever you are. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, come back to stand one-legged. Exhale, long step back with that, whoa, right leg. Take a big breath in, high lunge. Exhale, airplane your arms, belly to thigh. Good. Take another big inhale, come up to high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Take a big breath in here. Ground down, exhale. Good. Inhale, reach up, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, pivot on the back toe, high lunge. Good. Exhale, airplane your arms. Load up your left leg, walk your back toes in a little. Inhale, come back up to high lunge. Exhale, come to step forward. Whoa. Right knee up. Go right into eagle. Sit down a little. Right knee over left. Option to go for double wrap around the calf or kickstand to the outside. Right arm underneath left. You got this. Take a big breath in. You are strong as fuck. Big breath out. Round down. Exhale, cat the back. Elbow to knee tap. One more. Inhale, come up. Eagle. Whew. Exhale, round down. Sleeping eagle, elbow to knee. Yes. Inhale, come out. Unravel, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive. Oh. Step it back. Option for your last transition, last chaturanga of class, or meet us in down dog. And by meet us in down dog, I mean meet us in child's pose. Drop down to your knees, bring your big toes to touch. Knees can go wide if you want your belly to drop through, or if you want to bring your knees close and lay your belly over your thigh, whatever feels good. Release your forehead down. Arms are heavy. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to the concept that you're a badass bitch that just did some serious work. And now we're going to play a little bit. All right. Gently press yourself up, you guys. Grab a drink of water. I have sweat on my face, so I might towel off my face. And we're going to play with a little crow. So basically, I want this to be as fun as humanly possible. If you already have a crow practice that you like to fuck with, then this is your free time to play. If you're interested in learning or seeing something else, I got some stuff for you. So sometimes it's easier to start lower. So there's baby crow, which I always forget about. And some of you probably know about it. Some of you probably don't. So it's starting on your forearms. And I like to start on my toes and walk my knees in. There's some mobility that you have to have here. But basically knees to the back of your triceps. And then you just come to shift forward your weight and lift your toes up. And it's not a far way to fall. So sometimes that's something fun and easy, quote unquote easy to try with. And if you can't get the knees to the back of the triceps, you can always wrap them around the edges and squeeze the fuck out of your upper arms. But then just think about shifting your nose forward towards your fingers, woo, and lifting those toes up. Holy crap. In my opinion, baby crow is harder for me. Like that's just harder. If you're interested in bypassing baby crow, I'm down for that too. So 3 options to use the blocks. First, bring them back, step your little tootsies on them, right? Place your hands in front of you, fingers really wide. Come to bend your elbows like in chaturanga, press the knees into the back of the triceps, and then start to come up onto your toesies. Look a little bit underneath you, ahead of you, and maybe you lift one toe up, on the other. The cool part about this is the ground is higher up, so you have less to lift up off the ground. While you're lifting up into crow, remember that lift and puff through the shoulder space. Remember pulling your hips up towards the ceiling. Whew. And think about doing like a Kegel. Pull up on your pelvic floor a little bit too. It'll give you like a little extra oomph and lift. Hell yeah, you guys. So then the other option that I also like is using these blocks as a shoulder kickstand. And that's sometimes takes like the scariness out of it, right? So what I do is just taking these blocks like shoulder distance. And I like going on the highest setting. I take my fingers wide, place like the L of my hand right around those blocks. Kind of start in a forward fold, deep bend in my knees, come to lay my knees onto my thighs. Ooh, these might need to be a little bit further out in front of me. Gaze past the blocks a little bit. And if all of a sudden I fall, my shoulders get caught by the blocks, and that can help. Sometimes that sounds intimidating. I just saw this on the internet the other day. Putting a block on medium setting, coming to get ready into that crow posture here. Placing your forehead on the block first, and then lifting toes, and then seeing if you can't lift and look up past the block. So many freaking variations of crow, so many ways to do it. I'm coming to find looking ahead of me sometimes breaks the strength in the back of my neck. So looking almost more in between my hands sometimes helps too. So go ahead and take a few moments to play around with that. Oh, you can always try to be a weightlifter and do the concept of crow pose and picking up a block, right? Oh my God, I can't do this. But just honor, and if you fall, tuck and roll always, or fall to the side and shoulder, just don't look up. So take a couple more lift offs, and then we're gonna get ready to come down and chill the fuck out. I'm so thirsty. Oh. Hell yeah, you guys. Good job. Hell yeah. Okay, side crow. Excuse me, forearm balance. Get it. I love it. Oops. All right, once you guys are ready, grab whatever yes, get it. Grab whatever you want to do or whatever you need for your final Shavasana. For me, that is definitely sweatshirts and socks and maybe blocks and a bolster. Yes, play with your airtime. If you're still like, no girl, I'm arm balancing and defying gravity, I want to see it. But if you're ready to chill out, start to mindfully make your way back down to the mat on your back with your knees bent and your heels towards your glutes. Again, sweatshirts, blankets, all of the props are always deeply encouraged here. And if you're like, bye, I'm ready for Shavasana right now, or bye, I have to leave, totally get it. But on your back, knees bent towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, gently press into your feet, press your low back into the mat. Feel your whole spine press into the mat. Good. Inhale, extend your right leg. Bend again at the figure four. So bend at your knee, right ankle to your left knee. Draw your left thigh towards your chest. You can reach your shoulders up and then reach your hands around the left thigh, interlace your fingers, and then release your shoulders back to the mat for reclined half pigeon. If you prefer to take pigeon prone on the front side of your body, please feel free to flip over and take it prone. I just feel like after all we've done, I would like to relax my back. So easy half pigeon here. If grabbing behind the thigh isn't enough, undo your grip and re-interlace your fingers in front of your shin. And then very gently start to press your legs towards the left side of your mat. That might feel a little bit more intense for you. Maybe a little bit more action or feedback in your right hip. And then go ahead and start letting go of any breath work that you have here. Start letting go of the ujjayi, start letting go of any timing or constriction or constraint that you have on your breath, and just allow it to come back to that natural, spontaneous breath. Natural and spontaneous, in and out of your nose, or maybe even parted lips. And just for the last few minutes of class, keep your awareness within the four edges of your mat. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Gently release the grip on the shin or the thigh and let the left leg come back down to the earth, still retaining that figure four shape. And then very gently step the right leg next to the left. And then let your arms go heavy, let your body be heavy, let gravity be heavy for a moment, and just feel into that right leg. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Extend the left leg long up to the ceiling. Flex the foot, bend at your left knee, figure four, left ankle to right knee. Draw your right thigh towards you. Option to reach up, interlace your fingers around the back of your thigh or around the front of your shin, and then release your shoulders back. And instead of going with your dominant thumb on top for this finger interlace, go with your non-dominant thumb on top. And again, if you prefer this posture on the front side of your body, feel free to flip over. And then if you're on your back, prone, or no, supine, supine pigeon, gently press your legs to the right side of your mat. Kind of helps to re-square up. A little bit more feedback might come into that left hip. So be gentle, listen to your body, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Option to even press the left elbow into the left thigh to help open up that left hip a little bit more. Fall back into this posture. Bring your awareness to your breath. See if you can't unclench your jaw. Let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth or soften the muscles on your face. Knowing that you can stay in these postures as long as you are called to stay. If you're ready, just very gently release the grip on the right leg. Allow the right foot to meet the mat again. And then very gently take the left foot, place it next to the right. Take a moment just to allow gravity to be heavy on your body. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Good. Bring both knees up into your chest, leave your shoulders on the ground, and then reach your arms up for happy baby. So grab the outside pinky edge or the inside big toe edge of your feet, pull down into your feet, kick up into your hands, make sure that the low back and the spine is nice and long on the mat. And if you can't reach for the feet, option to always grab the ankles or take your hands, reach them in your legs and toward the outside ankle bones, and that'll help you have a little connection. And here, option to rock side to side, have some movement, maybe extend one leg, ooh, and let that stretch out, and maybe extend the other leg or find stillness. Whatever you prefer here, honor that. I like movement and stretching out the backs of my legs one last time. Taking that movement, but slowly coming to stillness, pulling down equally into your foot as you're kicking up into your hand. Low back and spine is laid down on the mat, nice and long. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, retain the grip on your right foot, but let your left leg go long down the mat. So you're in a half happy baby. Take another big breath in. And then as you exhale, draw your right knee, release the grip on your foot, draw your right knee over to the left side of your body for supine twists. So while you draw it over, pick up and stack your left hip underneath your right. Shoulders stay on the ground. Option to have your arms come out to a T. You can always put a block or something to support your lifted knee on this too, or allow gravity to do the work and be heavy. And then option to gaze long down your right arm. Easy final little twist of class. Last little bit of spine work. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. Stay right where you are. Good. On the inhale, gently bring both knees back to center, taking your time, being messy, being sloppy on the mat. Coming into a full happy baby for just a breath. Take a big breath in, full happy baby. And then big breath out. Let go of your right foot this time. Grip stays on your left foot, half happy baby. Right leg is long down the mat. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release the foot, draw the left knee over to the right side of the body. Whoa, stack the right hip underneath the left. Always an option to take a block and place it under your lifted knee, or let gravity do the work and make this twist extra juicy. Arms to a T. Gaze can be at the ceiling, soft or with closed eyes, or you can gaze long over your left arm. Allowing sides to not match, allowing ourselves to be messy, and allowing the practice that we had to be exactly that, the practice that we had. Honor the effort that you did here. Take one more big breath in. Big breath out. And then inhale, gently bring both knees back to the center of the mat. And this time, lift your chest up. Option to grab your knees with your hands, option to reach your arms around your shins, maybe grab for opposite forearm or opposite wrist. And take a big inhale, squeeze yourself into a tiny ball, give yourself a little hug, and scrunch your eyes, like tighten up all of your muscles, scrunch everything together, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release into that final Shavasana. You can go classic with your arms and legs long and wide and taking up space. My favorite is keeping my knees bent while heel toeing my feet to the outside edges of my mat, allowing gravity to let my knees fall into center and have zero effort in holding up. This helps my low back calm down and relax. I don't have to worry about any holding. Or Supta Baddha is like the only like regular yoga word I know. So you could bring bound angle, soles of your feet to touch, bring some blocks underneath your lifted legs, recline back. Wherever you feel most restorative, go ahead and get there. Checking in, making sure you have the coziness that you need to stay warm and comfortable. And in these final moments of class, allow yourself to be heavy, allow yourself to let go. And again, allow yourself to have the practice that you just had. You put in some serious effort on your mat, and you should be proud of everything that you did today. Be proud that you made time for yourself. Be proud of what you did. If they aren't already closed and it feels safe to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. Return to the awareness of your breath. Return to that little body scan that we did. Start at the tips of your toes and work your way through your feet and your ankles. Work your way up through your strong legs, your hips, your low back, your pelvic bowl, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your back body, your arms, your collarbones, the back of your neck, the throat, your jaw, your tongue, the muscles in your face, to the hair on your head. And then just taking a moment to arrive into awareness of your body here. The points that are in contact with the floor, this clothing on your skin, the temperature of air in the room. At the beginning of class, I pulled a animal spirit card, and I pulled the bear. I'm going to read it to you. The bear signifies waking up from spiritual slumber or beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of a new direction and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles. But you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes and the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength and yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargia, heaviness. To bring into balance, movement and exercise. If you are comfortable in your final resting position here in Shavasana, stay exactly as you are as I close out class. If you've got people to see and places to go and you're ready to move on, gently start wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rub your thumb pad over your 4 finger pads. Maybe drop your chin to one elbow, one shoulder, and then the other. Just taking gentle movements like you're just waking up for the day. Knowing only to move when you're ready. Allowing those big movements or those small movements to grow into larger movements. Maybe a full body stretch with a full body inhale. And then as you exhale, gently find your favorite side and come into a fetal position. Bicep under your ear as a pillow, knees into your chest. Taking a moment here in a pretty important posture to honor again your effort and your yoga that you just did on your mat. Taking a moment and getting ready to take that with you off of your mat. Again, spending as much time here in fetal position as you like. If you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Taking your time, no rush to move. And once you find yourself in a comfortable seat, feel that nice tall spine, shoulders are relaxed, eyes can stay closed or stay soft. Feel your tailbone root down. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up over your head. Connect your palms together, draw your hands down to heart center, press your thumbs into your sternum, and take a moment here to see if you can't feel your heartbeat. And just knowing that that's why we do this, that's why we show up, that's why we're here. With one more big inhale, find a nice tall spine. And then exhale, we bow forward again, honoring our practice, sealing our practice, and thanking each other for being here. Namaste, little biatches. I hope you had a really great practice. I hope you honored exactly what you needed and where you wanted to go today. When I had the opportunity to look over, you guys had beautiful movements and beautiful options and beautiful balances. I will be